Katarina Johnson-Thompson, Nafi, and Tian Tian are on the left. Katrina Johnson-Thompson is on the right. What a great treasure this could and should be. These athletes who do many different sports always look serious and worried as they walk to the starting line for the first event. It's not because they're not happy or don't enjoy the moment. They know they have a full 2 days of competition waiting for them, and sometimes it can feel really overwhelming. I know that 10 events used to really scare me, but once I got out there, once I got moving and just took one event at a time and started checking them off, I felt much better. But that walk down that long tunnel can be very scary. That's it. Coming out, the bronze medal winner from 2 years ago is getting a nice little burst of fireworks to start her campaign. Mortens is the European under-23 bronze medal winner from Belgium. She's a really good long jumper. She jumped 651. She have to get some good points in that one. Katarina got 8th place for the World Indoors back in Portland 3 years ago. She's right there in the hunt for the medal spots on the European stage. Geraldine is 21 years old and from Switzerland. She's the European under-23 champion, such a wonderful talent. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's got here. Gustav is from the Netherlands and got 4th in the European under-23s. She looks a little nervous as she gets herself ready. And last, but definitely not least, in Lane A is Ekaterina from Uzbekistan, who is the Asian champion. Well, this heat could be better. The girl in lane 3 has got plenty of experience, and with a personal best of 13.29, she's one of the fastest over this distance in this heat. Well, this is where she needs to make her mark, so to speak. Only 7 events for her. These women, we've talked about it coming over here. You cannot mess up in 7 events because there's just not enough events to come back. You can mess up in the 10 events for men because you can make up some points in the number of events, but not here with 7 events. Fetzer goes in. That's Mortens. She ran 13:05, so in terms of personal best, she's slightly better in this. 1. Roost ran 13.76 as her personal best, coming this year. Beigel ran 13.63. She's also in personal best shape. And Voronina hasn't gone under 14 seconds yet, so this could be tough for her. Let's see what Fetters has got. She's the European champion and World Championship bronze medal winner from 2 years ago. She's on the far side in lane 3. The girl in lane 5 has got a lifetime best of 13:05, first part of 7 moments of drama in their hunt to become the world champion for 2019. The girl will be nearest the camera in lane 8 dot. Oh no, oh no. No, let me explain this for those of you thinking that we're about to say goodbye to an athlete. The rules are a little fairer for the athletes who do multiple events, and it's only right that this is the case. 1 false start is allowed. It was clear that Mortens from Belgium just let the big moment get to her, and I totally agree with this rule. Actually, there was a tiny little movement from the girl in the lane next to her, just the smallest hint of a twitch. But it's really good that there is room for 1 mistake in multi-events. Well, I like the rule and how they changed it. 1 mistake and you're done in the regular events. 1 mistake allowed for the field here in the multi-events, and then the athlete who makes the next false start will be kicked out. But now everybody will be careful to stay in their starting blocks on this one. Nobody in this field can afford another false start. First heat, women's 100 hurdles. This time, they got away safely and carefully. Better is making good progress on the far right of the picture. The girl is coming through now to put her under a little pressure. Better hit a couple of those barriers. That's why the other girl has come through for first. Better got second. The other girl ran well on the near side, 13.4. 7. Well, that's a solid start from the girl who was not so far away from the medal spots in the European Championships. Better probably would have won that. but she hit the last couple of barriers. Having started really well, the Dutch woman just got a little bit messy towards the end. Well, there is certainly a fitness part in the 100-meter hurdles as well as the 110 hurdles. You've really got to work hard on those last couple. You need to snap into your hurdle position and snap off of that hurdle. Better was on her way to a really fast time, but it was the other girl who was just steady in the middle of the track. You get a chance to see the replay. It was the other girl who just was in better posture. Position is so important over these hurdles. Look, very, very even start, but that first false start is going to make everybody sit in those starting blocks just a little bit longer than they would like. There you see better on the far side in the orange uniform. She's doing a really good job at this point of using her arms. She hit a couple hurdles, but you see better gets flat on her feet while the other girl does not. When you fall down onto your flat feet, it's very difficult to get back up on your toes and continue to run fast. Nice job there, head and shoulders straight, running all the way through the finish line. And we'll get a chance to see the difference between these multi-event athletes as we get into the regular hurdles as well. The regular hurdle women are just so much quicker. They're world-class runners running over hurdles. These are good athletes running over hurdles. Well, we had 4 women getting over 1,000 points. The girl takes it from better, who lost 1/10 of a second or so with those mistakes towards the end. Gustav was 3rd. The other athlete came home over 1,000 points. Morton's got a personal best after the false start at the beginning. That's a good recovery from her dot, okay? Now we want to focus on the other effort in this one. We're going to be talking about Johnson Thompson against another girl. She's 19, a former world indoor champion a few years ago. She'd be starting in lane 4, but all the attention is on the 2 lanes 6 and 7, Johnson. Thompson and the other girl side by side at the beginning of their quest for glory. That's interesting. She got 3rd in the World Student Games a couple of years ago. She's in personal best shape for the 100 hurdles at the moment, and she looks pretty relaxed. Personal best for her Belgian friend in the first heat. The other girl is a world indoor silver medal winner and European bronze medal winner. She's a wonderful hurdler at 13.36. Another girl is the former world indoor champion, close to the medal spots in Beijing when she got 4th. Another girl is the World Student Games champion, the second of the 2 Austrians in this. Won 6,591 points in her last competition. Now the world indoor champion. The Commonwealth champion moved out to France. She's with a new coaches group, and she's become a different athlete now. She does have the calmness for the big stage, and so too does the current world, European, and Olympic champion. She's one of the all-time greats. Could she get close to the European record? And there's an American silver medal winner. She got 12th place with just over 6,150 points. Okay, very little to choose between the personal bests of Katarina Johnson-Thompson and the other girl, side by side, in their quest for world championship glory. A fascinating start to this 3-course meal of sporting drama over 7 events. The British girl in lane 6, the Belgian current world champion in lane 7. So Johnson-Thompson's face there was. A picture of total focus. The other girl has gone out well, and that's put the 2 favorites under a little bit of pressure. The American is doing really well, and now Katarina Johnson-Thompson is coming through. Good run by Johnson-Thompson, 13.08. That is a huge, huge lifetime best, and she cannot believe it. It is the perfect start, the dream way to begin her quest to take the world title away from the other girl. What a start. Wow, you saw the stress and the pressure on both of their faces before the start of that race. I didn't know if we were going to get a smile out of either one of them. They both looked almost sick to their stomach just because they waited for this and waited for this. In their minds, They just wanted to get out there and get this thing started. But it was that finish by Johnson Thompson. She was very even with Annie through 5 hurdles, and then she just took over. It almost looks like she hit another gear over hurdle 6 and 7, and she finished this thing strong. 13:08, absolutely wonderful personal best by the first 3. Johnson Thompson first, the other girl in second, and the American in third. And it was the American who got out quickest on the far left of picture, nearest the camera. They got a great start by the American. Well, it really was a great start. Annie trains down in San Diego at the Olympic Training Center. But look at this on the 7th hurdle. It was Johnson Thompson. And I don't love her arms here on these last few hurdles. But man, she really sped up very well. She kept her momentum going, and that's so important in these hurdles. There you see the other girl off to her left. I'd love to see her stand up a little bit more. She's a tall girl, and she tries to get small. She needs to stay tall. But there you see Johnson Thompson running to the line. Wonderful time, great reaction as well. But not a bad time for the other girl as well. To 13:36 ties her season best. Well, it's game on in this battle for gold. And that is a huge, huge mental boost for the British girl.